Hello, 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 and namaste, my witchlings. It's Saturday. Friday. It's Friday. I keep saying it's Saturday. My brain is not on board today. Yeah, no, it will. That's probably why. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. Poke myself in the ear. There's nobody here that I can tell. All right. Hello. Nobody's here today. Nobody loves me today. Sad face. Yeah. Hello, hello. Namaste, witchlings. Oh, it is a day. I tell you what. But I'm actually happy today. It's Friday. Definitely having a TGIF day. My hands don't want to cooperate with me, though. Let's see. What are we doing today? We have some fun holidays. We have 4 holidays today. Yeah. Yes, I am. No birthdays, though. Is it? There's one. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. We're going to grab this one. Okay, well. This is where we would put the shop, so. Oh, let's see. Okay. So I will. Do you want me to delete this one? Okay. So we have intro and welcome. Yep. Here's. Okay. So we come down here and grab this one. And then. Boom, 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 boom. Delete that. Go pippity poppity. Hello, 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 and namaste, my witchlings. How are we doing out there today? We are having so much fun right now. I am doing a quick grab of a couple of things. We do very much. Oh, yeah, derp. There we go. That's it. Yay. Okay. All right, and then we go plop, pop. There we go. Hey, how about that? Hello, Techno. How are you doing today? We are chilling out here, I tell ya. Quick little reminder for anybody who is new here, please be respectful of the energy you bring into my space and be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you at the Banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. I'm going to take a sip. I drink a lot of coffee. And we will attempt to get started here today. All right. So, namaste, my witchlings. Welcome to another cozy morning, afternoon, I guess. Coffee and Cues with the Yoga Witch, where we sip, share, and stir a little soul into our mugs. Now, go grab your favorite crystal. I am using garnet. Go grab your favorite crystal, cozy up, or light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug, and let's step into today's spiral together for some really good conversation. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps keep our circle growing and our daily spiral turning. So, Witchlings, I have some incredibly exciting news. You can now join our YouTube channel as a Witchling member. So much fun. When you join, you'll unlock all kinds of goodies, such as access to our private Discord community, custom emojis of the critters, and yours truly, priority responses to your comments, early access to new videos, members-only content, and even more, like exclusive chats and live streams just for the inner circle. Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic here, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So, if you feel called to support this channel and step a little closer into the coven, tap that join button and come on in if you can afford it. Blessed be my loves and namaste, my witchlings. There we go. It's okay, Chloe. We did wish her happy birthday yesterday because I goofed and forgot day before. I feel so bad about that. Hey, Andrea. My mouse is sitting in the middle of my desk instead of on my laptop where it belongs when we're doing this. Trying to figure out why. Yeah. I breathe too hard when it's in the middle of the desk and it vibrates. I'm in a good mood today, you guys. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Forgot to fix my hair. Hair. I swear I sound like I have been talking to any of a number of my southern friends recently, and I haven't talked to any of them, but my southern accent is coming out in full force right now. There we go. We're going to braid this right quick. I know. It's okay. I know. That's why I'm trying to get this done right quick. I just realized that I hadn't gotten it done yet, and I feel dorky. It's going to for a minute. It does look awful. Oh, well. Screw it. Back into a ponytail it goes then. Oh. We're going to put it up in a bun. It is Friday, and I am definitely feeling that it is Friday. Fair warning, if y'all hear extra noise, the spawn is home today, and definitely has no volume control. He has two settings, loud and louder. Yeah, door key, yes. Yeah, he has loud and mumble. Hey, Mimi. So, if I jump and glare in that direction, I'm glaring at my child. Yeah, whereas if I jump and glare that way, I'm glaring at the man behind the curtain. And then the other option is jumping and glaring at the floor, and that's usually either Sergeant or Fuzzbutt. Fuzzbutt has been clawing me in the tuchus. I get murder mittens to the ass on a regular. He started bapping down in the butt too. Oh, that is so funny. He's such a smart cat. Oh, you actually do want him. There we go. He's supposed to be whispering in my ear. Oh. There we go. Yeah, he'll come up, and if I don't respond to him pretty quickly when he just uses a paw, that's when I get a single claw to the ass cheek. He is too smart. He is too smart. Looking for him to make sure he isn't here. Hey, right, first up, thank you. This is my office. This is my space. I love this room. It is my favorite room in my house. What is the theme of my show here? Well, you have popped into Coffee and Cues with Di the Yoga Witch, which is a seriously stripped down version of my daily divination and self-care. I have a tarot card, an oracle card, and a quote from Mr. Rogers today, as well as our Sanskrit word of the week for the day, and a couple of other things. So stick around, hang out. It's really low key, really chill, and we do a lot of laughing. We're not revealing next week's word. We're doing another little blurb on how we can use it in our lives day to day. I am also autistic, ADHD, and asthmatic, and so I sound wonderful. Yeah, so here we go. I don't have my note. I feel weird. Oh well, life goes on, right? Right, good. Happy, joy. I did not watch that show, but I did pull that. All right, so let's talk about my shop, Witchlings. I am so freaking happy. Do we do candle? We didn't do candle. We should do candle real quick. That's right. Okay. I have my notes backwards. Please ignore that. All right, y'all. Brain not braining. It's Friday. All right, y'all. Let's step into the Di the Yoga Witch shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry and then snuggle up with Di the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your daily life. An example of the earrings you can pick up are these. I absolutely love them. I have been living in them since I made them. Check out my cute little tarot card earrings. This is the Diviner's Deck earrings on the shop, and that is at dietheyogawitch.shop. I need to remember to say that earlier. Oh, there are so many earrings and stuff there. I'm having fun. I have necklaces, but I don't have one of them here right now. Fixing that for Sunday. Yeah, all of my stuff is behind me. All right. Sniffle, sniffle. More coffee. Coffee is good. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee link to buy me a cup of coffee and get some exclusive blogs and other types of content. Have fun. I hate the fact that I have to push all of this stuff on you guys, but, well, this witch has to pay her bills somehow, you know? Being a disabled veteran just doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't even pay my mortgage anymore. Starting in January, but... All right, y'all. We do not have a birthday today. So... Belated. We have some belated birthday wishes for Chloe's sister. I'm not going to let you live that one down for a while. All right, my loves. We're also lighting our candle today for all of our witchlings and their loved ones who are dealing with really rough situations. We are lighting our candle today to be a beacon of hope and light for those who have lost their way. And as we light this candle, our circle is closed and we invite the ancestors to join us today. May this flame be a beacon of light and hope for those who are stumbling in the darkness. And in this sacred glow, we hold space for all survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence, offering our light as a small sanctuary of healing and remembrance. Our circle is closed. Hey, Mike. I'm not surprised, Mike. Oh, your hamstrings or your quads? I have a feeling I know who Megatron is, but I'm not positive. I have my suspicions. Chloe, honey, you need sleep. I will pass your wishes on, Mimi, if anybody shows up. It's one of them days, I swear. I swear. By the moon. Nope. I hear you, Chloe. Insomnia is ruling for a lot of us right now, and it is... hate it. Insomnia kicks my ass every year. Bye-bye. Where? Hey, Bean. Oh, hey, thank you, Bang. Thank you, thank you. Can I put this on? Nope. That's not going to go on today. Damn it. I got to lose more weight. All right. Oh, we have 2 concurrent viewers there now. Hi, everybody in landscape. All right. And let's see, what else are we... Oh, we have holidays. Holidays. See, brain not braining. We have holidays today, though. We have 4 holidays today, because there were a couple of them that I couldn't decide between. I know. Holidays. Holiday. Celebrate. Why is it always Madonna for the holiday? I don't know. Anyway, we have holidays. First off, we have Go Caroling Day. God, that sounds like so much fun. Today invites us to lift our voices together, and that includes you, John. Caroling isn't about perfection. It's about shared joy, breath, and connection. Whether you sing old favorites, hum quietly, or play music that warms your spirit, this is a day to let sound become community. How might you spread a little joy through music today yourselves, my friends? Next, we have Sacagawea Day. I know so many people who mispronounce her name as Sacagawea. I was corrected by one of her descendants. It is Sacagawea. And today we honor Sacagawea, an indigenous woman whose knowledge, courage, and guidance shaped history while rarely receiving proper credit. This is a day to reflect on whose labor and wisdom we benefit from, and to practice listening, respect, and acknowledgement. How can you honor your unseen guides and teachers in your own life today? This is a sweet one. National Wreaths Across America Day. This day calls us to remembrance. Across the country, wreaths are placed on veterans' graves to honor lives of service, sacrifice, and humanity. It's a moment to pause, remember names, and hold space for grief, gratitude, and complexity. How will you practice remembrance or gratitude today, my friends? Last but not least, International Human Solidarity Day. Today reminds us that we are not meant to endure the world alone. Solidarity is action rooted in compassion, showing up, sharing resources, and refusing to look away. Even small acts of care ripple outward. How can you stand in solidarity with others near or far today? I am genuinely curious, you guys. Oh no! How did the family take that, John? Oh no! I guess the cat's out of the cauldron? You had been wondering how to bring it up to them. So, I don't know. Maybe this is just ripping off the Band-Aid, but I hope things go well, my friend. Oh, thank goodness. Hey, Chloe, welcome back. It's always the same song in my head, too. All right. So how is everybody doing? At least those of us who are here in the States. We've had some interesting shit happen the last few days here. Yeah. The MIT professor and Brown, and then the Reiners and it's just getting ugly this year. Yep. Ooh, I want to get my nails, but I don't know. I don't have the money to do them right now, and I cannot talk the Munchkin into coming and kidnapping me. That is totally something I would have said. Do you want to see your friend get crucified? No? Then please. I don't have polish anymore. I think I finally got rid of all of my polish. If not, I may do them this weekend. If I have any polish that's still good. All right, y'all. Oh, you lucky Lou. Oh, I have had the stuff to do a dip manicure. I've got the purple powder for it still, but I don't have the stuff that makes it sticky. Oh, that is so cool. So, yeah, that is actually going to be really cool. Show the principles of tarot to them via math and psychology. That is so cool. Mimi, you're better off. Just enjoy your family as best you can and do not pay any attention to the news. It's hey. Yeah, unless there's a hurricane imminent, then you might want to pay attention to the news. But no, it's just, there's a lot of ick and yuck and negativity in the news this week, more than there usually is, and I'm floundering. And if hi, miss, I'm always happy and can see the bright side of damn near everything is going, it's getting bad. But Macaulay Culkin was on Kimmel last night. Oh my God. He's only a couple of years younger than I am. And so I basically grew up with him. Home Alone were some of my favorite movies. And then, he ran into, he ran into, some problems as a teenager and kind of got into some less than stellar habits, but he's gotten cleaned up. He has 2 adorable boys with Brenda Song, who, if any of you watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, she was London Tipton. And he's doing great, but oh my God, trying to listen to him. You look at him and oh my God, he's the opposite of Neil Patrick Harris. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So you know how Neil Patrick Harris as a teenager had that really deep voice that didn't fit the face and the body? Take his teenage deep voice and put it on Macaulay Culkin now and give Macaulay Culkin's current voice to him, because he still sounds like Kevin. And I'm just sitting there watching him and I'm like, how the fuck does this grown-ass man sound like he's 12 years old? He and his kids have... Yeah. He has watched Home Alone with his kids. And his sons have no clue that they are sitting right next to Kevin the entire time. They were discussing it with his niece, who is a little bit older than his oldest son. She's 5. And his son said, "We're going to go watch Kevin." And he said his niece looked at him and went, "You're Kevin." "Shut up. They don't know that yet." Okay. It's an amazing movie. I love the Home Alone movies. But the fact that his kids have watched it and don't know this yet, it is hilarious. Hello, mustard. Hi. Ooh, you know what? Let's go see how we are putting Tejas to work this week, shall we? I saw it. I know it's there. There it is. Okay, so we have today and tomorrow of Tejas. We will be sharing on social media tomorrow's Tejas. So here's our Sanskrit bit for today. Tejas is our word of the week, and it is the inner fire that fuels clarity, courage, and transformation. Today, use Tejas by acting with intention rather than urgency, choosing what truly deserves your energy. Speak honestly, move deliberately, and allow rest to temper effort. A steady flame, fed by breath, warmth, and mindfulness, burns brighter and longer than one forced to blaze. That is our Sanskrit. I am loving this week's Sanskrit word. Coolio. She is so very welcome, Chloe. Go get some rest and chill. Haven't seen it. Not particularly interested in seeing it. So we're not going to talk about it. I didn't see what you had typed when I said it, so we're doing great. Love it when we are on the same bandwidth again. I can still play Wipeout. Cool. Pretty much. Dude! Monty Mater had Father Nathan on flipping tables. I am what, 15, 20 minutes into an hour and a half long episode, and I'm itching to go back. For those of you who are unfamiliar, which means you haven't been here for very long, I love both of those people. Monty Mater is an amazing woman. She grew up as a white Christian nationalist. Her dad, the church that she grew up in, by the way, the same cult as the Duggars. Her dad felt that women were second-class citizens. They didn't need to be educated. They were just to tend the home fires and keep the house and pop out a bunch of kids. Until he discovered his daughter was exceptionally bright. At which point, he took her and ran with it. And he's like, oh, you're going to go to college. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. He sent her to college with the intention of becoming a lawyer so that she could, basically be a turning point lawyer. But he sent her to a Christian high school and a biblical college that required a year of Bible studies to graduate. She decided to go to Jerusalem for her Bible studies year. And between that and seeing her fiance's younger sister forced to carry a child to term that was fathered by an adult in her life, she kind of started seeing cracks in the facade of her religion and has since deconstructed and is totally the opposite of what Daddy wanted for her. So that is her. Hello, Dexter. And now Father Nathan is Father Nathan Monk. He is a former Russian Orthodox priest. He resigned the priesthood, I think is how it's worded. We're getting to that in the interview now. He resigned his priesthood right around the time that Pussy Riot became popular. Smuggler is CK. So Pussy Riot being jailed in Russia for, being queer and shit is about the same time as he started seeing his own cracks in his religion. And he resigned the priesthood and a whole bunch of shit happened. Death threats and all that. He is on Putin's radar, still is. And so they are both, They're both deconstructing their orthodoxy and conservatism. And just listening to the two of them talk is really interesting. I have been following Father Nathan on Facebook, holy shit, for 2 years now. And Monty, I stumbled on about a year ago-ish. Yeah, sometime this year. And I absolutely adore him. Feliz Navidad. That is fabulous, John. Hey, Silent King. What's up, my friend? What advice do you need today? And how are you doing, Dexter Morgan. Great. Now I have a cat's face on his body. Not that, Morgan. I'm thinking Criminal Minds. No, No. Criminal Minds. Derek Morgan. You know, the soap opera actor with a cat head, because I've got Dexter's head. Yep. I feel like I always sleep. I don't know what's going on in this world. Yeah, welcome to... Yeah, join the club, hon. Hey, Mimi, Smuggler is Silent King, if I remember correctly. So, what's up? I may suck at taking my own advice, but I usually have some reasonable advice. It's a mom thing. But I'm listening to Monty and Father Nathan, and then we have Friday Night Guided Meditation tonight. I'm pretty sure we're doing a Yoga Nidra Asana tonight. Yep, I'm aware. All right. Potentially, yes. But, give it 3 years. Do not come to this country while he is in power. And also, if you're anything but white, you won't get into this country while he's in power. Yep. Oh, I'm pretty sure I am on a list. Well, listen to guided meditation and it'll probably put you to sleep. You've got skills that would be useful, but unfortunately the current administration is so racist and xenophobic that I have seen what they are requiring of people just to come visit the U.S. and oh, yeah. It could be a good thing for you once the fascist Cheeto is out of office. That is my advice to everybody. Do not visit or try to move here until we finally get that out of office. And I hate saying that. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. For a visa to come, I don't know if it's to come visit or if it's a visa to come work here, but they are requiring you to give your work information and email addresses for the last 10 years. They're requesting your social media for the last 5 years and a whole bunch of stuff. It is ridiculous. Current whereabouts of my Christmas spirit in my ass. I mean, come on. I've got the Christmas lights. I've got the garland. I've got the stocking. You can't see the tree because it's currently... Oh, there you go. Now you can see the little pink Christmas tree. I need to turn it on today. I have plenty of Yule spirit here. But everything gets, stored in my tush. Yes! Let's speaking of Yule spirit, let's go and do what we're actually here for. And let's read the Oracle and Tarot cards today. Because today's Oracle card, y'all are going to get a kick out of. Just a quick reminder. We are currently using the Seasons of the Witch Oracle, Yule. So, today's card is the Yule log. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. Yule log. Keywords here: letting go, creation, the god and goddess. And it says, insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thy. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation and the creator. Yule logs are burned for 12 days and represent the rising sun and the birth of a new sun god. Yule logs are decorated with all kinds of Christmas cheer, and when it is lit, each member of your household gets to take a turn tossing in anything you'd like to release from the year. Each person gets to set an intention for what they hope to call into their lives. Yule logs represent the beautiful cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. When we clear out the old, we make space for all the beauty that is left to come. Creation is a harmonic blend of both destruction and building. Some things must be cleared and destroyed so that you have room to welcome in something new. Channel the energy of the goddess by healing and letting go of anything holding you back. Then, channel the power of the god by invoking action, courage, and determination. Both energies, male and female, are required to be successful in your dreams, goals, and manifestations. Yule log reminds you that what you wish for will take more than one approach. And there goes my... Damn it. I have a feeling I just jacked that all up. Not as bad as that. Well, yep, I did. Son of a bitch. Get back in there. Oh, well. My eyeliner. It made my eye itch, and I just rubbed it all off. C'est la vie. Exactly, as Mimi said, our government is nosy. What about going to Europe, or what about Europeans coming here? I don't think they're being quite as asshole-ish about it. I could find out about France. Hello, hello? Hey, Hazel! How are you doing today, hon? Hazel got pictures of the furbles while we were out for morning walkies. So did John. We had happy puppies going for walkies this morning. I swear it was dandruffing on us, though. For those of you who do not know what I mean here, you know those little bitty teeny tiny snowflakes that you almost can't tell if it's raining or snowing other than how fast it's falling? Well, my brain decided a few years ago that it looks like dandruff falling out of the sky when we get those itty bitty dusty flakes. And so we now refer to it as dandruffing. And it kind of looked like that's what it was doing this morning. Hulu. Mushy mushy. Are we the only ones who remember the Alec Baldwin Hulu commercials? That Alec was playing an alien promoting Hulu because it turned your brain to mush. They were really funny. I know you miss your doggo. Yes! Start a YouTube! Please! We'll promote you too. I mean, come on, that's what we do for each other. I haven't had a chance to look at him yet, Mimi. Oh no, Hazel doesn't understand. Link her the commercial, babe. Oh, we have... It was a really, really, really good morning. And then I looked at my... See, my frame says it's... I looked at my frame this morning, and it looked almost identical to how it does right now. It said it was 39 degrees and rain, and now it's 39 degrees and snowflakes. Now I have to find out if it's true. Is it actually icky out there right now? It says showers in the vicinity. Weather Channel says showers. Wonderground. I'm entertained by the fact that my picture frame says it's snowing. I have a digital frame that sits here on my computer, and it has the time, the temperature, and the current weather. Okay, this says we're just getting rain. And oh look, we're supposed to have rain-snow mix on Christmas and thunder showers on Tuesday. So much fun! On top of the flooding. I'm trying to do it, but okay, so give you a heads up. You see what we do here. My computer specs, oh god, I have a 2-year-old computer with a not stellar video card, but it's decent. Oh, it's a 5-year-old computer. Why did I only think it was 3? Okay, so I have a 5-year-old computer. I think, don't I still have the stock video card? I know. You're good, Andrea. But I have pretty much a stock computer. I don't think we've upgraded anything in it yet. Do need a new hard drive soon because it's getting full. But you see what we do here. If you are really, man behind the curtain will answer the questions. I can't remember the details. He bought it. I just went and said, ooh, I like that one. And the fucked up part of that is I was in IT at one point. I do know what specs to look for, and if I have somebody else who could do it, I will happily let them do it. But we do this with me and him. His computer is a little bit older than mine. No, yours is younger than mine. I can't fucking remember now. That's right. His is a year older. They're essentially the same computer. And what we do is we use OBS. That is how we stream. Because it'll connect to YouTube, Facebook, etc. Everything at the same time. And then we have Google Remote Desktop. So he will remote from his computer into mine, which is why you'll see me go, what the fuck are you doing? Because he's working on my computer as I'm just sitting here talking to you guys. That's why you'll hear me talk about the fact that I'm moving my mouse. Actually, I'm turning it off so I don't mess with him again. Because if I jostle my mouse while he's remoted in, he can't access it. It locks him out for 2 seconds, which feels like an eternity when we're doing this. And I mean, it's the graphics and everything that you guys see, the backgrounds, etc. We have created, he has created in Canva. We are broke AF, and I do everything as cheap as possible, which is why we now use OBS instead of going through Restream or, what's the duck one? Oh, I can't remember, but that's why we StreamYard. Thank you, babe. So that's why we are this way, and we are loving this. Yeah, OBS is great. And actually, now that I am used to it, when he has to step away for a minute or two, I know what to click and where to do it and everything. And now that I'm used to how it works, it is actually easier than Restream was. So I'm absolutely loving that. Andrea, Smuggler is the Silent King. But that's our setup, and we also right now he's got it recording, so not only will we have the YouTube video that you guys are watching and it'll be there, but we're also recording to my desktop, and and he can then take that video and edit it and play with it, and that's how he makes all of the shorts and that for the day. This man, I cannot sing his praises enough, because he does all of my editing. Oh dear Lord. He does all of my video editing. He does all of the graphics. He creates all of the shorts. He does everything. He is even half the time the one letting me know that people have commented on YouTube or TikTok or wherever. The only thing he doesn't tell me is Facebook, because this witch lives on Facebook. Yes. Yes. We are streaming 2 streams at once. Yes, we have the vertical on the horizontal feed. Again, coming through OBS, I can see horizontal or vertical feed here, horizontal feed slightly over there. We have 2 separate cameras for that. And the reason we do it this way is because we get the vertical. People find us in the vertical feed, in the phone feed. And then we have the horizontal and the shorts feed in that. And then the horizontal feed brings us other viewers who don't necessarily catch us on the phone. We're getting the computer users and the tablet users on the horizontal feed. It's all a numbers game. Very much a numbers game. Oh, and then on top of everything else, the way I communicate with the man behind the curtain is the Discord server that I mention every time I'm talking about joining either the Patreon or the YouTube channel. We are in a Discord voice chat that I have on my laptop, which is to this side of me. And that is how he's yelling at me when I do something stupid. Hello, Tom. I think, are you going to show? He's going to show you guys. Yeah, he's debating showing you guys his setup. Let's see. It will, there, okay. Yep, it'll pop up above my head. Minecraft is fun. Hey, James. I think that's James. Oh, look. He's sitting on top of my head now. That's kind of fun. But that is the man behind the curtain. You see how many different views he has of my face? That creeps me out every time I see it, because it's just weird. And for those of you who are new here, hi! Welcome to Coffee and Cues with Di the Yoga Witch. This is the sort of shit we do. Thought so. Yay! I remembered name. I am horrible with names, but once I remember your name, it takes a bit for me to forget it. Yes. Okay. I do have one friend. Okay. Okay. Hazel, I'm being told to let you know that we have opened up essentially your feed, your chat to other people today. I have to laugh telling James, once I remember your name, it usually sticks. I have this young woman that I am friends with even now, and she's changed her name, but we were friends in choir in high school, and I went and I joined the Navy, came home from the Navy almost a year later, ran into her out and about, and in the moment she reminded me of someone I had just been talking to 2 days before, who was one of my friends while I was on active duty. Called her by that name, and I have been so embarrassed by it ever since. Found her again on Facebook, and we were talking one day, and I'm like, I am still kicking myself for that one. And she's like, girl, I didn't even remember that you'd done it until you said something. Please let yourself off the hook. And I'm like, thank you. Yes, I have doppelgangers. You're good, Hazel. You're still safe. Yeah, James is awesome. James is really awesome. And Silent King is really cool and really sweet. And you know the man behind the curtain is always in there watching out for you, too. Hazel has become our unofficial little sister here. The person who controls the streams is my husband, and that would be the Technomancer right above your comment there. Can we do Little Book of Calm? Oh, we have Mr. Rogers, but I can read a quote from the Book of Zen today if we really need it. I don't mind doing that. All right. Let's go ahead and see what our Cozy Witch Tarot card today is. It is Cozy Witch, right? Yes. We have the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. Coffee talking back. Cozy Witch Tarot deck, our card for the day is the Lovers. And it says, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. Two smitten witches stare into each other's eyes as they decide whether they're ready to take this next step. On one hand, one kiss has the potential to change everything for the worse. On the other hand, it also has the potential to change everything for the better. In a similar way, you may be deciding whether you want to get swept away by something or perhaps someone, because the intensity of it isn't like anything you've ever experienced. This connection may feel fated, and that's because it very well could be. That's not to say it will definitely work out, but that's not to say it won't either. If you don't try, you'll never know the end result. What do you say, witch? That's our tarot. So we have our tarot card saying, will you or won't you shit or get off the pot? And our oracle is the Yule log, basically saying, keep going. We have today's affirmation. Today's affirmation is, today I tend my Tejas, the living ember that knows how to survive, adapt, and lead the way through the unknown. I honor those who walked before me, those who endured, protected, and carried wisdom forward, even when the path was unclear. I pause in remembrance, holding gratitude for lives given, lessons learned, and stories still echoing. My inner fire burns steady and true, illuminating both where I've come from and where I'm going. That's our affirmation. Yeah, well, it was the first thing that came to mind when you're being told you've got to make up your mind and you got to make a decision. My family, it was always shit or get off the pot. So it works. We have a sign in our bathroom that says no summoning demons in the bathroom, and I have amended it. I need to add it to the sign and say, at least if you do summon them, please banish them when you flush. I mean, hey. I try to keep a good sense of humor. Surviving with 2 teenage boys in the house at one time, we had to keep a good sense of humor. Let's see, what else are we doing today? We have Mr. Rogers, and you know what? We can read a couple of quotes from Zen today. So, what does Mr. Rogers have to tell us today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, our quote from Mr. Rogers is, love and trust in the space between what's said and what's heard in our life can make all the difference in the world. Ain't that the truth? That's Mr. Rogers for today. And then we have a couple of quick quotes. Jean Anouilh and an ancient saying. So, Jean Anouilh says, I like reality. It tastes of bread. And then, a painting of a rice cake does not satisfy hunger, is an ancient saying. True. And that is our moment of Zen. I like reality. It tastes of bread. That's kind of interesting. Oh, goodness gracious griefus. And now, my loves, it's time to extinguish the candle and open our circle. With the extinguishing of our candle, we open our circle and extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors next door. Or not next door. The ancestors who joined us here today. Next door. Next door, brain. Really? Go figure. All right, y'all. Closing blessing. We're going to go ahead and save our blessing for the end. We're going to chit-chat some more because I have a feeling my brain's going to mess something more up. Hate reality, a taste of hard work. Yes. Panama bread and circuses. Yep. Oof. Amen to that, John. Smoking. Bad habit. Very bad habit. Hey, Will. How are you doing today? Yeah, no kidding. My brain. Now it's, I think we're alone now. I had to sing through the entire first verse until I got to the refrain to be able to remember the name of the damn song. Oh, sounds like Will's having a fun day. My brain is just not being nice to me. Started when you were 11. I started at 13. I managed to finally, I think, kick the habit for good about what? 10 years ago? Yeah. So do I. So yeah, I've been smoking weed for about 10 years too. Wow. I have been off all of those extra meds for a decade now. I have been smoking cannabis for about 10 years. I quit smoking cigarettes about a year after I started cannabis, because I had promised my kids that I would quit smoking. And they all kind of unanimously agreed that if I kept one of the two, all of them would much rather I continue with the cannabis, because cannabis smoke is slightly less toxic. And they all watched when I started using it. I went from massive mood swings constantly and taking a bunch of prescriptions. I'm trying to count and I can't. And now 10 years on, and that included pain meds and psych meds. Here I am about 10 years on, and literally the only prescriptions I take are my Singular, which is an asthma and allergy med, Zyrtec, which is an allergy med, my Fembry, which is for my endo. And I think, yeah, those are the only 3 prescriptions besides my inhalers that I use as needed. And it is so nice to be off all of that shit. I am more cognitively functional. Hilarious that I'm having trouble spitting that out when I'm saying that the cognition is doing better. The irony there. But my brain works a lot better than it was. My memory is oddly enough better. Most people say that you start smoking pot, you lose brain cells in your memory. Short-term memory when I'm high does not exist, but otherwise we're good. And I am so much happier and healthier. Why scared, hon? Part of the reason I quit smoking cigarettes is it did very much directly contribute to my father's death. Well, yeah, Agent Orange did too. And Goddess only knows what else. Yeah, Roundup is one of the major ingredients to Agent Orange. That's something we're curious about ourselves because so James has asked in the other chat, what does Trump's changes of classification of cannabis affect us? And I'm not sure what the change in law means for it. So what we are thinking so far, they have not changed any laws, but he did do the decree rescheduling it from a class 1, which is the tightest, most controlled, no, you will never do this classification. There is no medical positive for these, to now it is a Schedule 3, which is on par with Tylenol 3 with codeine, or any of the other narcotic medications that they are given, that we get when we need pain meds. Yes, James, you're in the horizontal feed right now, and I've got vertical and horizontal, and there are people in the vertical feed. Portrait feed, thank you. So, the way it looks, at least when it's compared to the other drugs in that particular category, is as long as you have a prescription, these drugs are legal. So now, since we have proof of the medical efficacy of cannabis, is it going to be one of those things where a doctor can literally just write you a script for cannabis? The trouble I see with that, though, is we do not know exactly what an effective dose is, because some people, and I see this in some of the content creators I follow online, there's one I follow, and he had someone message him and say, how do you guys get away with consuming, edibles that are 100 milligrams each? Because I take 40 and I'm knocked on my ass, and I'm sitting here going, 100 milligrams? I don't even feel my edibles until I get at least 300 milligrams. So, but I also know that for me, A, I will react to a drug rather quickly, much quicker than most, but B, I have a higher tolerance for a lot of things, such as pain meds. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, if they're going to make it so that a doctor can just write a script for it, how are they going to figure out dosages? Because really, that at this point is the only thing standing in the way. He has reclassified it so that it can be prescribed. Now all we got to do is do the research and the studies on it, to see how to dose it. That's right, you are. James is saying he's on medical cannabis. I have been debating. Yeah, I have been debating getting we refer to it as a green card here, ironically, getting my medical card for it, because I do use it for medicine. But at the time I was considering that, the VA was not allowed to fill out that paperwork. And that's another thing I'm curious about here. Now that he has effectively reclassified it, I don't know if he actually has, or if this is just him thinking he can do something. But If he has, is that going to affect the ability of the VA doctors to sign the medical card paperwork? Because prior to this, and currently to my knowledge, a primary care physician or any VA physician cannot, they cannot sign the paperwork, nor can they officially tell you who can sign that paperwork for you. But I do know of a couple of doctors at my VA who have said, okay, I can't sign this, but I do know that this clinic will sign it for you, and they have told us to send our patients there. And the man behind the curtain said that when he signed this and announced it, there were a bunch of VA doctors and veterans standing with him. And I remember seeing a man in a red American Legion hat. Might have been a VFW hat, but standing behind the president. So I need to do some more research into what exactly this means. Oh, yes, he did sign something. So James is saying he definitely signed something, exactly what man behind the curtain just said. We need to confirm whether what he signed, the executive order, actually makes a difference, or whether it's all... Thank you, Andrea. Oh, no, yes. States have different laws in the specific state, yes, and we are hoping that this particular executive order is not just one of his for show, because he has a habit of thinking he can sign an executive order and make something happen that cannot happen without the permission of Congress, such as, dismantling the Department of Education. So while, yes, we do have these different states being legal. James says hi, Andrea. Go get some sleep, friend. I'm just going to say I was baptized into the church, so I'm good no matter what I do from here. That was a slightly bigger drink than I thought. But it's empty now. I am very, very curious about what this is going to mean. Mutaki? That's kind of a cool name. Mutaki. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah, it was a rather large co-op. Thank you, James. All right, you guys are going to go over there. Zen's going to go there. Yay! I can't argue. I think you have a point, John. John's saying he has a question. If there's a stairway to heaven and a highway to hell, is this an indication of the expected traffic? Yes. Yes. I shared a song by a young woman last night. And she's essentially apologizing to her mother for not being the girl that mommy wanted. But one of the lines she says in this song is, everybody is going to hell in someone else's religion. And that line has just kind of stuck with me. Oh, no, it's not. It's not Hood, friend. I don't think I'm pulling any more cards today, James. Unless I decide my hands are that restless and I need to fidget. I think your name is very interesting and a unique name. A unique name does make you stand out and makes you kind of special, which has good and bad points to it. Case in point, my dead name. I was not always Dai-Lin. I have always been Dai, but I was not always Dai-Lin. I used to be Diana with 2 N's. 2 N's. The common spelling is 1, Diana, like Princess Diana or any of a number of other Dianas in the world. And so my name was constantly being misspelled, and I was that kid that we would go looking for souvenir shit, and there was never anything with my name on it. Oh, it's not this one, bummer. But I would occasionally find something with it spelled with 2 N's. And then Glee came along. And Diana Agron. So that was great. Loved seeing that. But prior to that, and this pissed my mom off, I figured out the way to get people to spell my name with both N's was to go DIANNA. And it worked. People started spelling my name right. But she bitched that wasn't the way she'd written it on my birth certificate. And I'm like, I don't care about that. I just want to see it spelled right. She stopped bitching. But when I divorced my last ex, I decided I wanted to start over, right? And so I debated. I knew I wanted to change my name. And I knew I was changing my full name. Taking my maiden name back, but I was changing first and middle. And I had so many people look at me and say, you have been Dai for as long as I have known you, and I honestly don't think I can change what I'm going to call you. And I'm like, okay, well, I had been debating between another name and Dai-Lin. And I'm like, okay, I'll just go as Dai-Lin. And then about 3 months after I changed my name, I realized who had given me the nickname Dai-Lin. Her. So, my dad chose my birth name, and my incubator chose the nickname that I chose as my legal name. And I'm thinking, well, that was stupid. Stuck with it now. Yeah, now everybody calls me Dylan. And I'm like, well, could be worse. Those are questions for Father Nathan, John. Please, if you have the opportunity, he and Monty are both on Substack. I know Monty's on Patreon. Father Nathan is on Substack and Facebook. He's got books out on Amazon. A couple of them. I think he's got 3 books. And one of them, he honestly thought he was writing fiction, not, the predicting the future. Father Nathan? No, he hasn't. Actually, I just found out, listening to him talking to Monty, that he'd had a YouTube channel. Nope, he's been busy. Cool. Yeah, he's been busy. This year has been hell for him. So again, if you guys can, go follow Father Nathan. He is as broke as I am. And he's had a rough year. If you have the opportunity to support him, oh, bummer. If you have the opportunity to support him by going to one of his shows with Stormy Daniels, do it. Do it, do it, do it. She is amazing and so much fun to listen to. That would be awesome, Hazel. That would be Hazel, you would be immensely popular really quickly. That is a niche that is needed. You were in foster care as a kid, James? Oof. Ooh, you are stronger than many. My understanding is foster care is not an exactly easy experience, no matter what country you are in. I wanted to be a foster parent, though. That was a few years back, and I really don't think we could do it now, but I thought about it. It's quiet in my head. I'm scared. They never go quiet. Yeah, James fits you much better. Pictures. I have seen pictures of his face. Yep. Oh God, I tend to forget he was because, well, yep. Thank you. I made them myself. Yeah, he told me that he had bounced foster home to foster home to foster home, and that's why he couldn't do it with Tookers. I'm going to fix the camera so you can see him a little better. Give me just a second. I am one of those people that people will say shit to that they wouldn't normally say to anybody outside of their immediate circle. Here we go. Check out the really cute little tarot card earrings. I love them. Oh. I have fun making them too. I have a necklace I need to make tonight for one of the bonus kids to give to a partner. I'm quite the crafty witch. That was a bad pun. Oh, I am going, for those of you, thank you. Yeah. Hey, James. Mimi says she sympathizes. She was in and out of CPS and foster care herself. I still think the entire family has just chosen me over that, but not going to go there. So, there is an Etsy shop that I'm going to push here soon. But right at the moment she has the shop down to needing to reacquire her supplies. But the Spoonless Witch is one of my spoony friends. So we'll check her out. It is, James is asking what color it will be. It's not going to be any specific color. The string will be, but I'm thinking I'm going to string it to a black. And then it's going to have little pendants hanging off of it, as well as beads. I have apparently lost the pendant, but I know which one they want, so. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. Please check out the shop for Christmas presents, you guys. Thank you, John. Cause please give me something to do. I'm getting that not quite cabin fever antsiness, but I feel like I need to be doing. Oh, look, I'm ignoring my own advice from this week. Teja says, bank that fire, do the introspection, do not be the Energizer Bunny on the go. And what am I doing? Exactly what I'm telling everybody not to. I'm great. I don't know. We're doing something here. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, let's see. So, I have a piggy. I know, and that's true. We don't have to. We tend to. Let's see, what else are we doing? I'm going to put my cards away while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, they're going to get left on the desk and then lost. Please, ask me questions. I am an open book for the most part. There are very few questions that I will not answer. Just be warned with that. Be warned that if you ask me a question, I will answer it, and I won't necessarily remember to say trigger warning or say no, that is an inappropriate question, because my autism doesn't tell me that things are inappropriate at times. I'm like, hey, you asked. That's why he's here. He screams at me, no. People don't need to know that. Ooh. All right. That poor child. That is one of the saddest stories in Hollywood. Yap, yap, yap. Da, 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 da. So, irony of ironies, the deck that I am currently shuffling just because I need to shuffle is the Path of Shadows Oracle cards. And the person that is going to be receiving this necklace is the only other person I know who has this deck. It's kind of amusing. I'm good, but it doesn't always mean we are actually good. Yep. I hear that one. What is my favorite film? Andrea, yes. He also used to be my external hard drive. What is my favorite film? Oh, Lord. It'll be a musical. It'll be a musical, almost guaranteed. Snoopy is very popular in my head. But honestly, the first two movies that came to mind were The Wizard of Oz and The Sound of Music. Those are two that I can watch over and over and over. Grease is a good one as well. Yes, John. But as for non-musicals, probably it's either Men in Tights or Princess Bride. Hey, TVR. But yes, Grease is one that I will happily watch over and over again. Do what, huh? Ah, okay. I'm like, are you trying to incant a spell? Do I like Return to Oz? Yes. I actually remember watching that as a kid. And yeah, I did actually like it. It was terrifying. Especially the critters that had wheels. But yeah, that was actually pretty good. Princess Bride is amazing. No, I have not watched Breaking Bad. Kind of want to, but I am planning a Princess Bride rewatch. I'm debating watching Stand By Me. The reason I'm debating it is, yes, the Wheelers. The reason I am debating it, though, is I now know that Will Wheaton never wanted to act and really did not want to be in that movie, even though he does say that it was one of the most wonderful experiences of his life. He made some very good friends. But I don't know if I can comfortably watch him essentially being tortured. So I have never watched it, and it's been a massive debate internally. Can we do a watch party of The Princess Bride? Yes. You know what? We might actually set up a watch party for Princess Bride. I mean, with having lost Rob Reiner recently, this week, it's definitely worth it. My favorite actor. I have a lot of different favorite actors. And I am kind of amusing with a number of them because they come from Hollywood families. Because one of them, Donald Sutherland, absolutely loved him. And ironically, I preferred him over his son, Donald Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer's a good actor, don't get me wrong. Martin Sheen, definitely prefer him over Charlie. But give me Martin Sheen or Emilio Estevez, and I'd have to think hard as to which I would prefer. Kirk Douglas versus Kurt Douglas. Kurt all the way. But let's see, other actors. I do like the Hemsworth brothers. I have to say, watching Chris Hemsworth in the Ghostbusters movie, where the Ghostbusters were all women. That was amazing. And then the headcanon that it was Thor masquerading as a human just made it all the better. Because if you've seen the movie, you will understand exactly what I mean by that. Robert Downey Jr., I love the fact that he was able to turn his life around and actually have a really awesome career after his run-ins with the law and rehab, etc. Morgan Freeman, hands down. Anything he's in, I'll watch it. Just because. Let's see, who else do I really like watching? Those are the ones that come to mind off the top of my head. Colin Farrell's pretty good. Shit. Oh God. They were just on one of the late shows and I can't even remember. David Tennant is pretty good too. Really enjoy him. I have to have my doctor. But see, that was me focusing on film, and then we get to TV actors because, yeah, you can do both, but it's still, a lot of times you're either a TV actor or a movie actor, and they don't do both. Probably because they can't get a hold of me. I cannot stand Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but as a human being, he no. I'm really not up to speed on what's going on in Bangladesh right now. There's enough political bullshit going on in my own country, and as much as I would love to be able to comment, I don't know enough to comment. So... And right now I'm trying to not discuss politics at all. Hence why I'm happily sitting here talking, movies and actors. Now, ask me music, and I can probably info dump on you about a bunch of stuff. Because I like... Oh, Lord of mercy... No, I have not, James. But music, I like everything from classic jazz, 80s and 90s R&B and hip hop. Not so much the more current stuff, just because I haven't listened to it in forever. 80s and 90s pop and 80s and 90s country. And big band. No, I have not, James. Christoph Waltz is a good actor, yes. Occasionally I will. It's more along the lines of if I stumble across something playing Indian music, I won't turn it off. TVR just asked if I listen to Indian music, and I don't go out of my way to search it out, but if it's playing, I do not turn it off. There are some things that I will just, not listening. Typically earworms, though. You're not wrong, John. Have a good night, James. Anything favorite? My favorite genre, hands down, is, oh God, it's either going to be 80s or 90s country, because that's what I listen to the most. Although, my all-time favorite bands, there are 4. Not in any particular order, but the Oak Ridge Boys, the Statler Brothers, Alabama, and New Kids on the Block. And then Boys to Men, so I have 5. I am lucky enough... Holy shit, I am insanely lucky. I have seen all but one of those. I have seen New Kids on the Block and Boys to Men in the same concert. Statler Brothers. Oak Ridge Boys, I got to see in concert at the fair. And then Alabama, the man behind the curtain, bought me tickets for us to go see at the Washington State Fair the same year that I got to see New Kids on the Block and Boys to Men in concert. So, and I don't think I will ever get to see the Statler brothers because I think they have retired and at least one member of the band has passed. We did just lose one of the Oak Ridge Boys in the last year as well. Well, honey, if we're going to know lots of people in hell, I'm just saying. They're going to want to kick us out because we're going to start selling bottled water. Bottled frozen water. Frozen bottled water, there we go. I am horrible. I am so horrible. My grandfather laughs at me, though. Exactly, Andrea. Yep. I am not disagreeing with the man behind the curtain. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying. I've got part of a pagan joke in my head. Give me a minute. So this pagan man dies and crosses through the veil, and he's talking to Saint Peter, and Saint Peter's like, "So, Christian? No, okay. Oh, you're not Christian. Okay, we want you to go. You're gonna follow this path with me, and we're gonna go over here." And as they're walking, this giant chasm opens up next to them, and they hear screaming, and the fire and flames and smoke are coming out of it, and a bunch of people just kind of fall from the sky and go down into the chasm, and it closes back up, and the pagan is just standing there going, "What was that?" And Peter's like, "Oh, that was the Christians going to hell. They insist on it." As he's leading the pagan man to the Summerlands. Why do you think they call it one hell of a party? Fucking men, my friend. Hey? Oh. Oh, I swear one of these days you guys are going to end up getting karaoke out of me because I'm going to sit here and just... my brain's going to start singing along. Because that's what I do when I'm bored and can't think of anything else to say. I just start singing to myself. I am that theater kid that communicates by bursting into random song. I can communicate with you via lyrics to random songs. Sorry, got an important text message. I need to respond to that soon. You know what? I'm actually going to respond now, and I will make sure I get a ride. Yay! I'm a very happy camper now. Whoops. Damn it. There we go. Scheduling an appointment for myself. No, we're not going to the fair. It has been postponed until the 17th and 18th of January. So I'm definitely not upset about that. I'm actually really happy about it because, just paranoid. All right. Okay. Christmas Eve at 11 a.m. I has... Uh-oh. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to be doing that. There we go. I wish we were doing the fair this weekend, but, because of the fact we have vendors for this particular event that would be coming from... I'm not sure if we have any coming from Canada or not, but from that area all the way down to Northern California, we have vendors who would potentially be traveling that far. And because of the fact we are still really wet here, there is snow predicted for this area. Cannot even imagine the passes coming out of Northern California into Oregon. Traveling was not going to be pleasant. And due to the weather, we were anticipating not only vendors not showing up, but clients. Because who wants to go and do something like this if the roads are slicker than goblin snot? Love you. He walked out of the bathroom just as I said goblin snot, and he's like, ew. Probably because the auto mods hid it, so. Dude. And the other reason I'm sad about the fact that we aren't doing it this weekend is that the money would have been nice. It would have been so nice to be able to have some money to buy Christmas presents with. That would be awesome for you, John. Live readings. Oh, it's so much fun. Ooh, you'll have to tell us all about it. Oh, I need a drink. Give me a sec. Oh, hey, look, I even have it close. Come here, you. I swear I am going to contact Dr. Pepper and ask them to sponsor me. I don't know, maybe tell them lifetime supply of cream soda Dr. Pepper and I'll be happy. I drink enough of it. So yeah, Dr. Pepper is awesome. Trying to cut down on the amount of soda I drink and maybe drink some more coffee. But then I run through my coffee grounds faster than I expect, or my creamer. And I'm just like, sucks to be me, I guess. Dr. Pepper's the best. Hey, Patrick. I thought Patrick was John saying, wow, brain. Eyes are not registering. How much plain water? My plain water. I don't have a bottle right here. Oh, that's because it's right there. I drink hint more than plain water. If I drink plain water, my throat will get sore. So I have to have some flavoring to it. I love my children. I'm going to miss him when he moves. So how are you doing today, Patrick? Coffee, hot bean water. Yep. Hot bean water. See, I would be better if I could drink my coffee without cream or anything in it and just essentially... I can't say drink it black because I don't drink black coffee, but y'all know what I mean. Groovy. What part of India are you from? I have a dear friend in Mumbai, and yes, I am well aware that that is a huge-ass city, but I want to... One of my bucket list items is to travel to India, probably go see my friend, but go to India and actually learn about the origins of yoga from there because it's fascinating. And yes, I am well aware of the fact that originally yoga was not for women, and I find it hilariously funny that the most common yoga practitioners here in the Western world are women. Oh, cool. I do not know what part of Mumbai he is from off the top of my head. We've never really talked about it that much. But yeah. And I know, again, biggest cities. Yeah, exactly. I still find it amusing that I have known him longer than he's been married. And that is the weirdest thing ever. When one door closes, another opens. Boeing. Oh my God. No. It's not when one door closes. When one door closes, another one falls out of the sky. No, Andrea. Oh my gosh. Okay, so quick and dirty history of yoga. And Noah, you can correct me if I am wrong here. But originally, yoga was practiced strictly by the Brahmin class. And what most people think of when they think of yoga, the asana, the poses, dancers pose on a cliff in like fucking the Grand Canyon for the picture. Yeah, no, not what it was for. It was originally, and this is why there are the 8 limbs. You had your do's and don'ts and your yamas and niyamas. And then you had, I consistently reverse pranayama and asana. But you have breath and the asana as your next 2. And those 4 set you up for the rest of it, because essentially the asana was to tire the body out enough that you could sit in meditation, which is dharana, dhyana. One is focus, one is meditation. And then I cannot remember, I know it's samadhi, which is 7, and the 8th one, I can never freaking remember the word for it. But basically it is, the 8th limb is reaching enlightenment. Pie latte, yes. I can do that. So that is essentially what yoga was. It was for the Brahmin, which is the priestly class is what's coming to mind, but that doesn't sound quite right. But it was for them to exhaust their bodies to the point they could sit for hours in meditation in the attempt to reach nirvana and enlightenment. And then I cannot remember her name. I can see her face because I can see the cover of the book, of her autobiography. She was the first woman teacher for, I want to say Satchidananda. I'm probably butchering his name. I have his son's book on the bookshelf behind me. His son's book is The Heart of Yoga, and it discusses his father and his students. But she was the first woman to be allowed to study, especially under Satchidananda. And then she came here to the States and was one of the first yogis to introduce yoga to the American people. And this was back, copy pasta message. I'll recognize the name. But she is the one who started introducing it to people here in the States, and she taught both men and women. Now, again, I could be completely wrong in some of this and tweaking facts and combining 2 people into one, but that is my understanding. And it's kind of interesting. I mean, the whole history of yoga is really interesting. And then you throw the Gita in there, Bhagavad Gita, and that story. And I have the Upanishads. I have not read them yet. They're probably at the top of my list of yoga books to read. But I used to hate history, any history. And then I got a teacher in high school who made it really interesting. And now I love it. That works. Indra Devi, yes. The First Lady of Yoga, and Krishnamacharya. Okay, Krishnamacharya was her instructor, not the other one, not Satchidananda. Krishnamacharya is the father of modern yoga, and his son is the one who wrote The Heart of Yoga, which is on that shelf right there. It was one of the books I had to read for my teacher training. A few silly mistakes, yep. That is a very popular joke with pasta. A few silly. But copy pasta, few silly mistakes. Yes, I like that better. But ever since I did U.S. history and then global history with that particular teacher. I have been fascinated by history. He was my history teacher and then my personal finance instructor my senior year. He was an interesting man. My favorite asana. Yep. Honestly, my favorite asana is Warrior 2, which is actually why I have Bigfoot doing Warrior 2. Normally I can remember the name of the Sanskrit name for it, but it is just not coming to me right now. I have random access memory, emphasis on the random. It starts with a V. Damn it. Vibradasana. That's what it is. The one that was coming to mind, and it just escaped me again. Vriksana, which is tree pose. Certain ones I can remember. I like corpse pose because by the end I'm dying. Yes. That would be Shavasana. Everybody loves Shavasana. Except me right now, because laying flat on my back for any length of time hurts. Hopefully after Christmas Eve, that will be not a problem anymore. Yay! I gotta call and make sure I can get a ride. I also... Hey, Khan! Zulkarnian. Nope. Oh, from Pakistan. A Pakistani. Coolio. Zulkarnain. Okay. Zulkarnain Khan. I'm just going to call you Khan if that's okay. Or if you have another name you would rather I call you. Were you just stretched over with your hands and feet on the floor? That would be wheel. I can't do wheel yet, not from standing. I used to be able to do it quite well. Mrigasana. I have heard of it, but I have not tried to do that one. I have enough problems trying to get it to crow. But that's more me being concerned I'm going to break my nose. Coolio. Thank you, Khan. I have been doing yoga for a while, but I have this really bad habit of I will go daily for like 6 months and then I'll just stop for 2-3 months, and I'm kind of in one of those stopped times. But I'm picking it back up. I am going to get, that is one of my New Year's resolutions. Not that I do resolutions. So, one of my goals for the new year is to get back into my daily asana practice. Thank you, Khan. Oh, excuse me. Wheelie uncomfortable. Oh, my Lord. John. Oh. Why are you apologizing for the pun? We're here for your puns, my friend. So, I don't typically do resolutions anymore, and I will say this comes from Will Wheaton. He's the one who gave me the idea. I decided a couple of years ago that I was going to, instead of make resolutions, I was going to have goals. And that kind of morphed from goals to I'm going to have something each month that is going to be the overarching theme. Such as January was new beginnings, February is love, March is luck, April rebirth and renewal, May honor and respect, June I cannot remember, but it was something along those lines. Yeah. June was happiness and joy because, you know, we're all gay in June. But that was what started all of this. I don't have next year's up yet, and that's actually where I was going. And the fact that I was doing that for myself personally, I I did not apply it to Yoga with Dai or Dai the Yoga Witch at first for the first year. And then at some point earlier this year, I want to say it was around March, April time frame, I figured out, if I take my idea of a monthly theme that I'm doing for myself and apply it to the business and my content, it's going to make doing all of that so much easier. So I went with the monthly theme for about 3 months, and I'm like, wait a minute. What if I do weekly themes under each monthly theme? That is just going to make my life so much easier. It's going to make everything I do during the week on the social media and everything one cohesive message. And it's just going to make my life that much easier. And voila! We ended up with our monthly theme and then our weekly themes for the business that I build all of my content off of. So, hi, ADHD hack for the win. And this is my way of basically living my yoga. And I learned a long time ago that because, there are 8 limbs, focusing on doing asana every day is not necessarily what I need to do because there is so much else. You're not wrong, Hazel. And that's one of the things that I'm doing here with everything I do with all of this is I am trying to teach other people through everything I do that there is more to yoga than just the picture perfect asana. It is the yamas and the niyamas. It is being mindful of your breath. It is mindfulness. It is all of this. And it is not just an exercise, but it is a philosophy and a lifestyle. And since doing yoga teacher training, because I was into yoga before, but once I learned all of the rest of it in teacher training, I have been far more dedicated to learning more and doing more and teaching people more of it. Hey, Smokey. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. We are actually doing pretty good and having fun in here. Holy shit, we've only got 5 minutes left. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I have babbled at you guys for almost 2 hours. How about them apples? I'm pissed off at Elon Musk. Not that that's going to shock anybody in here. Getting there. I cannot use the phrase let that sink in anymore because of him. And I hate that. It annoys me to no end. Hey, servant, we are doing pretty good here. Hey, Smokey. I said hey to Smokey. Okay. I saw like 4 other people comment. And I'm like, oh, whoops. Brain not braining. My brain can't decide whether it's hammer time or if we need to collaborate and listen. I did just say that out loud. Or in the name of love. I mean, any or all of the above is possible. And now my brain is trying to combine all 3 songs into one, and y'all do not want to hear this. Okay. Yuppers. That's okay. We want to play with our food a little more, Andrea, but that's okay. Let them really have some, let us really have some fun with it. Oh my gosh, stop, collaborate, and listen. I suspect Ken's brand new invention, something grabs hold of me tightly. No shit. Yeah. I want a red hat that has the white typeface on it, or the white embroidery that says "Made you look." Yeah, brain is so not braining. But I really do. Or I either wanted to say "Made you look," "Make America gay again." That one would be spectacular. No, correction. That one would be fabulous. But yeah. I am such a horrible person sometimes. See, John, you said you're going to hell, and my first thought is, well, at least I'll have friends. And all of all of these people who were telling us that we're going to hell. Good. Because if going to heaven means hanging out with people like you, I don't want to go there. Just a thought. I mean, come on, these guys do not make it look like the better alternative. I mean, it sounds like we're going to be having one hell of a party. Oh my God, die. We're going to having a great party all together. Might be a little warm, but hey. And that is true. You have to believe in it first. I will still say I flash back to that conversation in social media. I think it was a Twitter post. Where somebody said, well, what religion does believe in a literal Satan then? There is only one. Just say it. Because Satanism does not worship Satan. Satanism, well, depending on your flavor of Satanism, because you've got the Church of Satan and then you have LaVeyan Satanists. But neither one of them particularly worship Satan. Both of them, their whole concept is basically your body is your temple, you are your own God, so do as you will. They actually are similar to the Wiccans with their they're similar to the Wiccans with their do as you will, or harm none, do as you will. Yes, Satan would like spaghetti. John, you make a joyful noise, okay? It could be Michael. Yep. Mine has graffiti on it, and it's falling apart, and it's kind of wrecked, but it's still a really awesome temple. Got a few holes in the walls that weren't there to start with. I know! It's because I'm not sure if it was the word hell or Satan that got it blocked. No, it definitely was not the foot massage and making him spaghetti. I'm hoping the spaghetti would come before the foot rub, though. Just a thought. Wash his feet. That is something that a lot of people don't. I want to do the research on it, but why washing your feet was such a big thing. I know it was partly because they didn't have shoes and their feet were constantly dirty, but there's got to be more to it than that. And my darlings, my dears, my loves, we have hit 2 hours. Now I'm envisioning the fucking shepherds in the field with Birkenstocks and socks. My brain, y'all. This is what my brain does. Yep. Well, it's either Birkenstocks with socks or Crocs and socks. Either way. Crocs, my man. All right, my loves. That would have something to do with not crawling into bed until 4 o'clock in the morning for the last 3 mornings and getting up, well, earlier. Away in a manger. All right, my loves, let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's enough darkness and hate. Let's try to be beacons of light and hope. And then, my darlings, my dears, my friends, make sure your loved ones, be they... Oh, it's Darko. Make sure your loved ones, be they human, scaly, furry, or feather, know that you love them to bits and pieces, because those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And we are going to do our closing blessing. He remembered. Our closing blessing. May your inner fire be steady, not hurried. May remembrance soften you, not weigh you down. May the courage of those who endured before you remind you that survival itself is sacred work. And may you walk forward today guided by a quiet, faithful light, one that knows when to shine, when to rest, and when to simply remain. So it may be. Namaste, my witchlings. And now, always, always remember, my loves, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you really do have a reason for being here, even if you don't know what it is yet. I didn't figure mine out till I was 45. Have a fantabulously magical rest of your day. I love you guys. Namaste, witchlings.